What up? What up? Can you hear me? Uh-oh, hold on. You hear me, Will? I hear beeping. I don't hear your voice, man. Nope, don't hear you. But you got that beeping sound, man. I can't get nothing but the beep.
Yo,
All right, I hear you now.
yeah, I'm blowing it, man. I have myself all the way plugged in, man.
Technical difficulties, bro.
What's been going down?
Man, I hit the J. So you know, hop on,
Yeah,
talk about a few hoops, man. Hop on for a little bit,
yeah,
support the
man.
channel.
Yeah, man. It was a random thought, and just wanted to get into it, man. I ain't seen an NBA game in a minute. I know that Philly and Brooklyn was playing tonight, but I seen that Durant was out, supposedly
Yeah,
resting.
they whole team out shit.
Uh, I don't even know if Kyrie was back, but it's been this resting stuff is like a huge topic going on with the NBA right now.
Yeah, them plus LeBron fans are just taking the joy out of my NBA experience, man. To be frank with you, man. It's tough being a Lakers fan, man. I can't even enjoy my team, bro.
Man, the LeBron fans are I don't even know what to call it, man. It's like a sickness. Uh
It's a cult.
man,
It's a cult, bro.
it's like I try to tell folks, he is not for people of our age, man. And he's supposed to be for the younger generation, but so many other folks they just want to force it down the throat, man. That's just not me. I like LeBron, man, but he does a lot of comic book stuff, I guess you can say. Yeah,
I don't like LeBron. I don't dislike him. I think he's a
yeah,
phenomenal player. I don't like his brand, man. I'm just not a fan. I think he overdoes it. He tries to act like he's so unassuming. He does a lot of shit intentionally. Well, I'm gonna just say,
mm,
I know a lot of us got fake traits in us on some capacity to some body. I just think overall, he's a very disingenuous dude. Um, I'm just sorry. I can't fold on that premise.
yeah. I think he's very methodical in what he does on a
There you
lot of
go.
things. As far as everything, I mean, he's been doing that. I want to say he's been doing that since he was a kid, man. Just kind of he thinks about everything he does, everything he says, and it's to it's to what's the word I'm looking for? He has a bigger vision, I guess you can say, when it
Yeah, he
comes to
thinks for the
him.
big picture. Thinks for the big
Yeah.
picture, and I give him that. He's a very forward thinker. Like in his profession, you got a lot of guys who are not. So I commend him on that. But then when he tries to be, he steps back and act like he's just so magnanimous and like he's just so unassuming. Oh, I'm just a kid from Akron. Like, man, dude, say the shit, man.
he
Say that
wears that
shit.
out, man. He wears it
He
out
wears that shit
strong
out, man.
with the strong hashtag.
Say that shit. Cause,
With
cause
the
we're
strong
all
hashtag.
about the same age, you know what I mean? And so
Mhm.
I can see through a 36-year-old man. I can read you pretty easily, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm just over the unassuming act that he does, because you know what you're doing, bro. You know what you're doing,
Mhm.
man.
Yeah. So what about these Celtics, man? What's the issue with them?
Man, the Celtics, man, they looking like the Paul Pierce and goddamn what's that fat boy Antoine Walker days, like barely playoff, contending.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, man. I know they had like 7,000 small forwards on the team.
I think with Marcus Smart going down early in the year, that really hurt them. He was kind of even though he's a knucklehead, but he's kind of the
He's a point
defensive
guard.
leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. And with Jalen Brown emerging as his skill set and emerging as he did this year, I think uh, the Boston organization didn't really know what to do as a whole because Tatum is supposed to be the guy. He's the most marketable guy on that group.
Yeah.
And but Jalen Brown, he's been highly consistent, man, since when the season started, December, something like that. Shit.
hmm
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. I think they like 29 and 26 right now, fourth or fifth in the East.
And that's tough for the weak ass East, man. That's tough.
Yeah, yeah. I don't.
That's tough.
It's gonna be hard to turn around, and when playoffs come, uh, everybody wants to try to turn it on then, but I don't see that working. Philly, man, I would love to see them, get to the next step, which is the Eastern Conference Finals, man. But I still can't. I just can't buy into them, man. Like Ben Simmons, great defensive player, man, but goddamn, hit a jump shot.
Yep. What you think about Daryl Morey? Talking about Daryl Morey is a master manipulator. That's another guy who is so disingenuous to me. Because when he was the GM for the Rockets, obviously the 3-point game was the 3-point shot was the big emphasis point, right? Now that he plays, he's the president. Excuse me, in Philly, he purported that threes should be worth 2.5 points.
I remember that. That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense. Just turn it into a 2.5. You can't have it as a 3-point line and still name it a 2.5. Dude is
come on.
I never liked Daryl Morey. I knew that his system was flawed from the beginning. That's just not good basketball, man. What he had with Harden and the rest of those guys, man. That's just not. Everybody knew it but him, basically.
I mean, you know how many bullets I took during that era. I'm telling y'all, hey, it's Harden a little bit. Yes, it's D'Antoni a little bit. But I'm going to tell you who it is. It's Daryl Morey. He's the reason they suck.
Rockets had their chance in what? What was
Yes, sir.
What was the Warriors' first championship? 2014?
2015.
Something like that. 2015. That was the year the Rockets had their chance. They was in Golden State, and they had both chances to win those games on the road, and they didn't get it done.
Oh, 2017, they had a chance, too. They shot 7 for 44 from 3.
At some point, go get a layup, man. You can't miss 26, 27 threes in a row or whatever. Man, go get a layup. Get fouled.
And then had a nerve to say you're trying to play like Golden State when Golden State they run everything. Yeah. They run 2s and 3s. They run pin down. They run flare. They run dribble handoff. They run everything.
Yeah.
And they trying to say, oh well, look how many threes they shoot. Yeah, but look what they running though. They run everything.
Yeah. They're getting those threes out the context of the offense, man, when everybody's moving instead of having one guy at the top of the key where everybody can sit back and watch and zone up.
Yep.
And or the rest of your guys are expected to go play defense. And what's crazy is, man, what Harden was able to do in those years was incredible. Like, there's a lot of people in the world that can't do that. But this is why he always faded. This is why he always faded in the playoffs, man. That's tough and it's hard. It's hard to carry the load like that.
And they don't call the game like that no more.
Mm-hmm.
They don't call the game like that during the playoffs, so you have to adapt instead of bitch about they're not calling the shit, how you want it. You got to adapt, and he never adapted. So I was like, he gonna keep failing. That's why I won so much money off Rockets fans. Thank y'all so much. Y'all listening. Y'all gave me so much money over the years.
Rockets fans,
I appreciate y'all.
Rockets fans are loyal to a fault, man. We were talking about Kevin McDowell the other day, man. A Rockets fool. But Rockets fans, man, I just don't understand how they believed that was going to work, man. And yeah, it got them close, but even in the finals, I didn't see them winning with that style. And now he's over in Brooklyn, man. He's shining. And Harden is a dynamic player. He's really good, man. And people fail to realize that how really good he is, man. He can pass the ball, he can finish, he can do a little bit of everything, man. It's crazy. When he first came to the Rockets, I remember he was mid-range, to the cup, snatchbacks, mid-range, everything else. But got to the point where I'm gonna let it fly regardless, man. I'm gonna let it fly regardless.
Well, it's the thing, man. And so I was originally a fan of James Harden. I can't stand him now per se. I do admire how organic his game has turned into now. And I'm okay with where he's at now. Like, I can go back to almost being a fan, but what I did notice when he played for the Rockets, that's just low IQ basketball, man. And a lot of people say, how is it low IQ if you scored all them points, got all them assists, got all the rebounds? Like, you're not understanding. I'm holding him to a championship level standard. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not holding him to just compare him to slap nuts number 3 on somebody's bench. I'm not comparing to that.
Yeah.
So I get it from the normal NBA player. Yeah, he's great. But when you start putting him in the breath of Wade, Kobe, Bron, nah. Something missing. Something missing.
Yeah.
And you remember that Dallas series, bro, when they brought in Josh Smith? Him and Dwight Howard had the big, high-low big game going when they beat Mavericks in the first round when Rondo was playing for him for that series.
Yeah.
I've never seen a series where a star player, the team get better with him on the bench. They start whipping ass when that thing goes on the bench. I ain't never seen that in my life.
And that's not supposed to happen in the playoffs. That's not supposed to happen in the playoffs.
Shit now.
It's not supposed to happen in the playoffs, man. What about these Portland Trailblazers? Is it time? I think you said this years ago, man. Those two guys are never going to win a championship.
Oh yeah.
And I know
too baby.
They've been cursed with injuries with their bigs, man. But it's just too hard, man. Like I don't see them. McCollum is not. I guess they was trying to go with this Klay Thompson, Steph mentality, but Klay Thompson is a different type of dude, man. I love Klay Thompson. I hate the fact that he got hurt.
Absolutely.
And and with that being said, that might be the end of the Golden State era, man. I don't see him coming back as the same player as he was. He was an elite defender, top 3, 5 defender in the league, and you get hurt 2 years back to back, serious injuries at that. So it might be the end of the Golden State Warriors and the other light-skinned brother, Mr. Curry. I don't know what's going to happen with him. But that son of a gun can shoot the hell out the ball, man.
They can. Well, I'm going to attack both things you said. With Portland, man, like you said, this is not groundbreaking information. I'd say their backcourt is just too little, man. It's too little.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do shit with that. And it shows the difference between 6'6" and 6'3". For Klay being 6'6", a lot more versatile, who can shoot over people. That's the difference between a McCollum, who he got to get hot. Whereas Klay, he's not necessarily even getting hot. He's just doing his job.
Yeah.
He can just be moving off screens the whole game and just hitting open shots. Like, he don't have to go off.
Yeah.
Portland has to have their whole backcourt go off for them to win quality games. And you just, at 6'3", it's just a finite amount of times you can make back to that, man. That's the problem with them.
Klay Thompson is a different breed. Like I said, if it wasn't for that Mr. Curry on his team, I would put Klay Thompson as one of the best shooters ever. Well, I would put him probably a top 2. If we take Curry out of the situation, man. But that dude, when he's on, man, it's not touching no rim. It's not touching no net. And it's I'm like, golly, that thing, what he hit 14 threes against the Bulls a couple years ago, and it's just like, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable, man. But
there's number Cotton. It's just like, but him, Curry, Bird, I would probably put them in the top 3. And the funny part, a lot of people pull up Bird's stats. His 3-point statistics weren't great. And the reason why is because when he started to come into prominence, they just started introducing the 3-point line. So you didn't train around shooting threes. You trained around shooting mid-range.
Yeah.
So it was a new shot, it's short, you know what I'm saying, when Bird played. So juxtapose that to Klay when you just trained your whole life to shoot that shot. So it's a different dynamic. But Bird is a pure shooter. So I would put the 3 as probably the best 3 shooters ever.
Yeah, one of the best highlights I've seen from Bird is that I think it was against the Hawks, and he had like 60, and he hit a jumper falling out of bounds into like the trainer's lap, and he called it, and the bench goes crazy. And I'm like, come on, man.
Nah, Bird nasty, man. Bird was nasty. That boy was nasty.
I probably would have been like Dr. J. I probably would have punched Bird, man. He's giving you work, and he's letting you know he's gonna give you that work.
He was a cocky bastard too. Oh yeah, he's a cocky bastard. The hick from French Lick.
Yeah. So let's stay on the West Coast, man. Like the other LA team and the Clippers, I still believe it's fool's gold. I
Yep.
still have yet to see Paul George deliver. He's doing all this talking. He's been doing a lot of talking over the last couple of years, but every time the playoffs come, it's just not there, man. I think he's on like a 4-game tear where he's having like 36 and shooting 60% from the 3-point line. And I'm like, okay, Paul, I've seen this movie before. I would love to see it
Yep.
in the playoffs. Like, I can't judge you anymore on what you do in the regular season. That's out the
Yeah.
door.
Agreed. So I mean, every player moves from a status where you're not comparing them to their um regular season merits anymore, and that's how I am on Russell Westbrook. So I got
Uh-huh.
into it in this NBA thread on Facebook, and people love Russell Westbrook. And I'm like, listen, man, because he had a game winner or some shit like that the other day. I'm
Yeah.
like, this dude's on the fourth worst team in the East. What are y'all talking about? Like, what are y'all, what are we really talking about here? You're on the fourth worst team in the East.
Yes, man. After you reach 10 years in the NBA and you've been in superstardom now, everything else is
Come on,
you're
man.
judged.
Fuck all
You're
that.
judged off
That's facts.
off getting to the finals, man. Like the other day, what game was that against
That's facts.
Charlotte? I think he dunked on somebody and they were down like 10 with like 2 minutes left.
Like, who cares?
I want to say that was
Who
Charlotte,
cares?
man. That's down 10 with like less than 2 minutes, man. I'm like, come on, he's flexing. I like Westbrook, man. He plays hard, man. But come on, man.
I don't like him, man. I acknowledge his greatness, but I don't like Russell. I don't like nothing he's about. Except he's a dog. I do like dudes who are dogs. But if you're a
Mm-hmm.
dog and you're just a dumb player, that does nothing for me. I'll take a more methodical, lesser dog type player. Let's throw a name out there. Let's say shit, Paul George. I'll
Mm-hmm.
take Paul George on my team over Russell Westbrook any day. And it's not because I expect Paul George to be better than Russell Westbrook, but I know I'm going to get more fluid play out of Paul George on average than Russell Westbrook. And my
Mm-hmm.
classic example is this. When they lost to the Jazz 3 years ago, man, and Rubio hit him for 30, what's the first thing this clown ass dude say? I'm going to go bust his ass next game. Bro,
Mm-hmm.
he said, and I'm going to lock him up. You're not.
Yeah.
Rubio's not going for 30 again. It's not as simple as
Like that was an anomaly, though. That was out the norm.
you see, he's not doing it again. They don't win
Yeah.
off of Rubio going 30. So to me, that just shows how unastute he is about what it takes to win basketball games. He's
Mm-hmm.
about beating this matchup, and it shows. That's what it looks like watching them play. So that's why he just ain't for me, man. He ain't for me.
Russ he's hard to digest, man. He gives you something like, okay, here we go, and then he reverts right back to who he was. So I totally get that with him, man. I totally, and
Hey,
I
bro,
thought
I
him going
tried.
over, yeah, I thought him going over to the East, man, they at least be in playoff contention. But God, I don't think it's
Come
gonna
on,
happen,
man.
man. Poor
And, and,
Bradley
and, and
Beal,
so
man.
the deflection is real. Bro, poor Bradley Beal, man, and the deflection is real. In that same chat I was in the other day, they was like,
Mhm.
oh, well, he's only 2 games out from the 10th place. I'm like, yeah, but he's 2 games away from dead last in that two.
Yeah,
Like, what are we really talking about here in the spread?
yeah.
What are we really talking about?
They was trying to give you glass half full. That's all that was, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's all
I
that
know when I'm
was.
being smooth, man.
What about the Nuggets, man? I was hoping for them to kind of take a step forward, but with Murray going down, I was happy that they got Aaron Gordon, another versatile defender. And but with Murray going down, I think they're another 2-3 years away. If not, they're gonna have to blow it up, just like everything else.
Um, my opinion is the Nuggets are like, they've been about 78 deep for about the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, the Nuggets have been a deep team for a long time.
Always. Yeah.
And it's almost one of them things like, huh?
Go ahead. I ain't saying nothing. Yeah.
We say, Will?
I ain't saying nothing.
Oh,
Go
it's
ahead.
almost like one of them things. It's like when you got, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know if this thing
Yeah,
going
it's
out or not.
almost like when you got too much of a good thing, you got nothing. Can you hear me? Uh-oh. I can't hear you, bro. Can't hear you. Plug your mic in or some shit. I don't know what you gotta do. All right, I hear you
Hello.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Moving cameras and everything. Go ahead.
All right, now I was just saying it's almost like the college football thing, man. When you got 2 quarterbacks, you got 0 quarterbacks, man.
Mm-hmm.
Sans the Tua Tagovailoa and Jalen Hurts scenario when they won a national championship with that. Usually, when you got 2 quarterbacks, you got 0 quarterbacks, and that's the case that's going on with
Denver.
with the Nuggets. It's too
Mm-hmm.
much like talented people when you don't have something that beats other people. Now Joker is a beast. I understand that, but in this era of basketball, your big is typically not gonna lead you into a championship scenario. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Because the game is just switched up so much. So I just see, I mean, it's unfortunate Jamal Murray went down like that. And I just
Yeah.
think, but I always call them 2 and out. Man, they always 2 rounds and out for the most part, man.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be a 2 and out Nuggets, man.
Like my AAU mentor used to say about tournaments, man. We go with bad teams sometimes, like 2 and barbecue, man. We're going up there for 2 games. We're going up for 2 games and we're going to barbecue after that, man.
2 and
Oh,
barbecue. That's the Nets, man. I mean, not the Nets, the Nuggets, bro.
Nuggets, man. I'm the same way with the Jazz, man. They're going to win a bunch of games and second round exit, man. It's just not gonna get it done, man. So again, it's probably
2 and out, man.
Man, it's probably 3 teams that can win it all. It's just like with Milwaukee, man. I'm still not sold on Milwaukee ever until Greek Freak figures out how to consistently hit a jumper. And trust me, he's still young, man. I don't even know if he made 25 yet. But he doesn't even trust himself.
Shit, man. He been in the league like 10 years.
Yeah, no, but he don't trust himself at all to make that jump. And this is why teams they beat him in the playoffs, man. The Euro step is coming if he gets the rebound, fast break. It's strong Euro step into a dunk.
Mm-hmm.
If he's on the block, he's gonna bully dunk. So it's like once the playoffs come, man, everybody know that's coming, so they sit back and wait on it. I think that's how Miami beat them. I think they took probably about 10 or 12 charges against him last year.
They do. They sit in that proverbial 4-6 defense, stack the box. When you playing a team with a running back just going mow through the middle, you just put 8 in the box. That's all they doing in the basketball sense to Giannis, man. And it's unfortunate that he's not evolving. But like you said, he's so young. It's kind of hard for me to be so overly critiquing for a guy who's 25, 26 years old. He's still coming to his own.
Still, ain't
just so happy he got so good so quick.
Yeah,
got good
real quick,
man.
Real quick. 2 back-to-back MVP and defensive player of the year, man. He dunked on the other day, but that's neither here nor there. What other team? Oh, let's talk about. I sure hate he got hurt, but LaMelo Ball, man, that Charlotte Hornets team is maybe about 2-3 years away from making a 6-7 seed in the playoffs consistently.
Yeah. So LaMelo Ball is a subject matter that I take pride in because I told people
years ago.
Me, man, I've been saying this shit for about 3 years. Yeah. About 3 years. Even when I didn't love his game so much, but I knew eventually he would at least be as good as Lonzo. I knew that.
Yeah.
So when and y'all can go to my YouTube page years ago, I went on there and I talked about this dude is a pro. And everybody can with Lithuania. Oh man, that's a BS league and blah blah blah. I was like, dog, listen, man. There are dudes who would do 4 years. You name the college that would have took that job as a first country to go over and play overseas. So you got to understand that that's an overseas opportunity, and he's playing against a physical competition he won't get in high school. So damn all that. Let's talk about what's going on right now. That dude is hands down the goddamn rookie of the year, hands down.
Yeah, it's not even close. It's not even close. It's not even close. Yeah. He I mean, even back then, you could tell the vision and just his style of play and his understanding of the game was way ahead of his time. And I kind of knew then too, man. I'm like, this dude's gonna be really good. he's a basketball player, man. He doesn't really have a position. He's a basketball player, but great vision, can do a little bit of everything, talented, not afraid of the moment.
Yep.
I love guys who's not afraid of the moment. Love it.
He got no fear whatsoever. You can see it again. A league people laughed at when he played in the JBA. They're like, "Oh man, his dad made a league for him. He averaged like 30 something. Man, that's trash." I was like, "Dog, the competition you play in the JBA is better than your normal high school situation. Y'all gotta
Yeah.
understand that. You play a lot of bums in a given high school season. When you're at that level, you're not playing. You maybe got 4 games on the schedule where you're playing semi-equal talent. Can we all agree without that? If you at a prep school,
Yeah.
at best, yeah, you're not seeing equal talent. So when people were saying, I'm just like, y'all just hating, like y'all just literally don't like the dad, so y'all trying to press. But LaMelo, man, he just get guys involved. He has an infectious personality, and he's always been that way. You know what I'm saying? So he had teammates like Onyeka Congo, at Chino Hills and shit like that. Like, so he's always been around good players and elevate them. And like I was saying, his dad moved him up. So he played up. Like, he graduated early. And so guys who can play up and still thrive, you know how it goes. Everybody generally, well, not ever, they move you down. So he get the extra year. Nah, he don't need that, man. And so he's just that good of a player, man. So Charlie going to be good for a long time, bro.
Yeah, I always tell people about kids want to move their kids up, especially AAU. If your child is not dominating their age group, they have no business playing up. But that was a different story for LaMelo, man. He was clearly ahead of the game for his age group, so there's no point for him to play dudes of his age group. And even when he's playing up, he was still getting it done. And his older brothers played on the high school team a little bit, but he was still having an impact on the game that no younger kid was doing at the time. So yeah, I totally agree with what you were saying about him years ago, man. Years ago. So I don't know who else, man.
No, and I want to give people proper context. Let me say this. I want to give proper context because when I was saying it, I was told I'm a ball hugger. I'm a ball stand. I'm like, no, this dude is gonna be in the NBA, man. Like, he's gonna be in the NBA. And the sooner you accept it, the sooner you're a better hoop fan you'll be. So now, 3 years later, that's common knowledge. It's funny how everybody knew he would be there. I'm like, man, y'all are so disingenuous. It ain't even funny. So
speak the truth, man. Speak the truth. You know who I was wrong about? I was wrong about Zion Williamson, man. I want to say I was wrong.
I was too.
I didn't see it, man. And this dude here, he's dominating. I think somebody said who was that? Stephen A. or somebody said he's like LeBron or Skip, one of them. I'm like, nah, not yet, man. But he's so explosive. He's so explosive and he's so big, and his shoulders are just no 19-year-old kid should have shoulders like that in the NBA.
Yeah.
He got like them Bill Wallace shoulders. He's going through dudes. He's starting to play under the rim a little bit, saving his legs. I still would like to see him lose weight.
I hate his game, but I love his motor. I hate his game, man. But it's a little sloppy for me. But his motor is like, man, that's crazy, dog. To have that kind of resiliency, he got the bounce, they call it. You know what I'm saying? Ball come off the rim, he going right back for the rebound, and that's a skill, man.
Yeah, man. He and those Pelicans, man, they'll be all right. They got who is Jackson Hayes. I didn't like the Steven Adams pickup because he's not an offensive player. Ingram's gonna be all right. I mean, I think he's under 25 still, like all those dudes. So
yeah, he's still young. Yeah, that's a young team.
Very young team, man. And I don't like speaking about this team because I try to tell folks it's not gonna work. The Dallas Mavericks. I feel about Dallas how I feel about the Houston Rockets, man. It's not gonna work, man. You're catering everything to this. And Luka's good, don't get me wrong. But I see him pass up too many open guys to do extra shit and then pass it when he's not finally open. My breakdown of Luka is if he's going right, it's strong layup, strong Euro layup, floater, or a strong kick out pass to the corner. If he's going left, it's 1 or 2 dribble step back. That's what I see from Luka. Man, I don't see a lot of his games, but every time I watch the Mavericks play, it's exactly what I see.
Yeah, that was kind of the book on LeBron for a minute there. He going right. He gonna go finish at the rim. He going left. He gonna try to float. Now he's trying to turn to a step back now in his older years. But yeah, in his younger formative years, it was, you can pretty much tell what direction he's going in and how he can finish.
Well, back then, LeBron still got one of the best one-leg jumps in the NBA when he wants to. But man, back then, if he got to that if he got to that left leg, it was over with.
That's facts. And he gonna explode over whoever. Cause I was a two-leg dunker, so I appreciate the one-leg dunkers out there. I just couldn't, man. I couldn't get no explosion off of one leg. I don't know why. I don't get it. You know me. I had bunnies, man, but that's off two. So look.
I was a neither leg dunker, man. I got a few dunks in my lifetime. That's it. That's it, man.
It sounds good.
Anyway, man, what else you got, man? I'm trying to think of somebody else. Who is it?
Lakers?
Oh, the Lakers, man. The Lakers still gonna be there, man, as long as they healthy. And apparently LeBron put out, what did he put out the other day? Some tweet about, I think he said playoff mode activated.
Basketball.
He put out some other crazy thing the other day. But Lakers still gonna be there, man, regardless of the situation, man, always.
Yo, I mean, I've had some rough patches watching my team right now. I mean, this is a good era as far as quality players on the team. Just rough for the fans that migrate over. So, it is what it is. But yeah, man, I think when AD, Bron get back, we'll see how the cohesion can match up. I think it's a lot of talent. I mean, we got Andre Drummond for nothing.
Yeah.
It's funny again. It's hard to enjoy being a Laker fan. People talking about Blake Griffin was an equal acquisition from the Nets than Andre Drummond. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Blake Griffin has never been the rebound that Andre Drummond has.
Come on, man. And right now, I think he went the whole year. I think he just dunked for the first time like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Blake Griffin ain't nothing like who he used to be. He averaged like 12 and 4 this year. Drummond put up like 15 and 17. Come on, man.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Andre Drummond is an elite rebounder, man. He's
elite.
He's up there with Rodman and those guys from back in the day. That dude can rebound the basketball. Yes, Ben Wallace. That's a skill set, man. Not many people can do it. And if he hit his free throws,
you gotta hit a 1-2.
Yeah. His biggest thing has always been his free throws.
His free throw. His form ain't too bad either. He just Ben Wallace too. Ben Wallace actually had a beautiful form. That boy couldn't make a free throw save his damn life, man.
Man, it's a mental thing, man. And I used to think it was always because dude's hands are so big or whatever, but you got dudes like Kawhi who shoot 88, 89%. So it's not a hand thing. It's just
big ass hands.
Repetition and a mental thing. What about Kuzma, man? What they gonna do with Kuzma?
So I've never been a big Kuzma guy. I don't dislike Kyle Kuzma. I just think he has if he wasn't 6'10", man, I don't think he'd be in the NBA. I think he does stuff that his body won't allow him to do, but he'll do it, indiscriminately out there on the court. And I just think he thinks he's too much of himself, which, I mean, I can't fault no player for doing that. I just don't think – I think, well, let me step back. I think he's a fill-up guy. He's a guy who's going to give you buckets in a certain space. He got to get his ass out the game, a la Jordan Clarkson, a la Jamal Crawford. He's of that ilk player, in my opinion. I've never saw him as a star. That's why I hate Lonzo. Lonzo, his confidence goes up and down. I think we all understand that. But he's a fingerprint on the game kind of guy as far as getting the ball to people, getting them in their place and whatever. He's actually having a phenomenal year for the Pelicans. So I just saw Kuz as more of a filled-up, chip-in guy, and that's all he's going to be in my eyes.
Yeah, you can't get Kuz too much tick, man. You got to get him in and get it out because he's going to do something ill. He's going to do something ill and be like, man, what the hell was that, man? What the hell was that? Go, but then he'll turn around and give you a tip-in dunk or a clutch three or whatever. So you got to take the good with the bad with Kuz.
Hey, man, I see one more running hook shot, man. I'm going to go find where you live out here. Dude, the king of the running hook. Take that shit out your game, man.
Oh my God.
Take it out right now.
That's what happened to Dwight. Dwight learned that crap. Man.
Oh man.
Strong jab baseline to the running hook to the middle. Nobody want to see that crap, man.
God, I hate that move, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hate that.
Oh my God. Who else, man? I'm trying to think. I don't even want to speak about the Nets, man. We know the Nets. If the Nets, if they all play right, man, they're going to the finals with ease. So
with ease.
Yeah,
with ease, man. And so sheesh, who's that leave on the board? Phoenix Suns, man. What do you think about them?
I'm a huge Devin Booker guy. I've been, even when he was at Kentucky, man, I'm like, dude, who is this dude coming off the bench? Then when he got to the league, but I'm a huge Devin Booker guy. Smooth, can give it to you anywhere on the court. Chris Paul was a big acquisition. I don't know how the development of DeAndre Ayton. I mean, great rebounder, but offensively, I think he's got to get better. Monty Williams was obviously the right coach for those guys, man. They gelled in the bubble last year and it just kind of carried over. But second round exit, I don't see them getting past the second round. I don't know who they're playing. Yeah. So Chris Paul is another guy.
Don't matter.
Great guy. great guy to have around. He's gonna give you wins, but unfortunately, he hasn't gotten it done in the playoffs. So
it's like Chris Paul has made the right stuff. You want that. You want the he's the opposite of a Russell Westbrook in the sense that the cerebral, cortex that he has. That that's the kind of point guard you want out there. But the problem is, well, besides last year, it's almost like, did he play like that because there was no pressure?
Yeah.
You kind of wonder. So, I mean, Chris Paul played his ass off last year in the playoffs, man. I've never seen him in kill mode like that so consistently with such little talent around him. So, I got to give him his props. But to the credit of the Westbrook fans, I've seen Westbrook do similar with, Westbrook's had talent around him. I'm not gonna pretend he ain't never had talent, but I seen him shine where there was little expectation. So. I'm glad we can't put Chris Paul in that bubble like he can't do basically what Westbrook does. So, with that being said, he earned a lot of my respect last year. But you're right, man. I just don't align championship with Chris Paul, man. He gonna have to be like Jason Kidd when he's like 30, 38. Jump on in when he's fourth in the depth chart, and then he'll probably get one. Then he's done.
Yeah, spot up and shoot somewhere in the corner, man. What do you think about Booker, man?
Who?
What do you think about Booker?
Devin Booker?
Yeah.
I think he's a dead eye shooter. This year he's having a great year. And opposite of you, I actually did not believe in him. I knew he'd be a good player.
Yeah.
I didn't think he had the Kentucky guys, man. I didn't love their bunch, man. Like the Harrison twins, I didn't love them. I've always been there saying that. I never loved Cauley Stein. I didn't love him. I didn't love who else? Karl Anthony Towns. I thought he'd be a really good pro. So I guess Book just got kind of thrown in with the fire of just guys from Kentucky. I was just like,
Yeah, that's how I feel about Duke guys.
Calipari's selling a bill of goods a little bit.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Duke guys, man. It took me a long time to find some respect for JJ Redick because I thought he was gonna be a rookie contract and done. I really did, man.
Same here.
And he's year 14, 15, man, something like that. So
yeah. But
Devin Booker, man, it was just something about him, man. I don't know, man. It was something about him. I wouldn't say he's a superstar, but he's a star.
He's a star. Agreed.
Yeah.
So, I ain't like you talking about you being weak, talking about dude double team him in that pickup game. I'm like, man, bro, watching Kobe tape and chill out.
That was a weak move, man. But I mean, there's very few superstars in the NBA, man. I don't know what the NBA is gonna do when LeBron retires, man. Kevin Durant he's not too far behind LeBron in age. So next superstar in line is Greek Freak and Zion. So who's gonna take that? Can you hear me?
I would say LaMelo right down that pipeline,
Hello.
man.
So
Our kids
so
love
those
him, bro. Kids love
those
him.
those three guys are the next people to carry the torch, man. So it's gonna be interesting to see in the next couple of years how the NBA does with that.
Agreed. It's so funny that people our age, we played either tournament with, against, those are guys on the way out. And it's just kind of
Uh-huh.
funny to see how life is and where we are now. And just like, like let's just throw names out there like Carmelo, Aldridge, Perk. Perk is out.
Perk been gone. Perk been gone for a
All
while.
these dudes yeah. Perk younger than us.
Yeah,
So
he
it's funny to see.
I think he maybe 2 years younger or a year younger, something like that. But yeah, all those dudes are on their way out the door, man. Chris Paul is in that group. Carmelo. So I'm trying to think of somebody else. I got nothing.
Shit, everybody Wade gone. Bosh
Wade is
gone.
gone. Bosh
Darren Williams gone.
Bosh ended prematurely. And D Will used to be our guy too. D Will was
I
a
just
top.
love D Will, man.
D Will was a top 5 point guard, man. Like people forget. That dude was really, really good. Remember
Fell off a
playing.
cliff.
I remember playing in a tournament at College Station, I think, when he was playing there. I'm watching this dude, and I'm like, good Lord, man. Even when we was in high school, when we saw Carmelo Anthony the first time, it's like, all right, yeah, this dude's a pro. I got no chance.
Yeah, what you saying?
I was saying when we saw Carmelo in high school at the Nike Invitational, and
yeah.
we was just like looking at this dude like, yeah, that dude's a pro, and we got no chance of ever making it to the NBA. Never know. People don't believe me. I'm like, dude, the same stuff Carmelo doing for 17 years in the NBA was what he was doing in high school. Catching it at the elbow, jab step, pull up.
Man, he made Hassan Adams look like he had no business on the court with him, man. Had it looking like he had no business on the court with him, bro. We talking about another draft pick. So that's how good Carmelo Anthony was in high school, man.
Unbelievable, man. Who else was in that? They had another dude. Well, Perk was in that event. It was like 4 other pros in that event, man. Eventually,
Cartier was in there.
Cartier was in that
Texas
event.
division.
Ooh, man, I still got that list somewhere, man.
Eby.
Indy
was in there.
Yeah, he should have never went. He should have took his butt to college, man. But that's neither here nor there, man. But
he the worst pro I played in my life. He the worst NBA player I played in my life.
Really?
We played him in that tournament in Clear Lake.
At Clear Lake, when
PJ Tucker was second worst.
Yeah, man. My God, Tucker was talking like he was a prime trade value early in the year, man. Like, dude, Tucker, man, nobody's trying to give you that type of bread, man. You made a career for yourself. Be happy that you lasted this long in the NBA.
That's what I'm about to say, man. Be thankful you found a second surge renaissance in your career, bro. Because you were finished about 6 years ago. You were finished, so you be happy that you found this. Now, I ain't saying you ain't work hard. You can't be proud of yourself. I'm not saying that. But
Man, that's what it is, man. I ain't got nothing else, man. I just wanted to jump on and talk some basketball, man. And some people checked in, but it is what it is. I know you got your own YouTube channel, Hoop Jargon, man. Y'all look it up. It's on YouTube, Facebook. There's a Facebook group, man. It's funny stuff goes on in there. There's LeBron fans, there's Luka fans, diehard Luka fans. Anything you can think of, man, goes on in Hoop Jargon. So y'all look it up. Tough Tuesdays, man, all that stuff, man. So
facts. Yeah, let's do it, man. And next time we're gonna hop on my channel, and I'm gonna introduce you a little bit to more folks out there. And yo, man, we're gonna get it in, bro. So appreciate you having me on the show, man.
That's a bet, man. Y'all be easy.
Peace.
Peace.